This is it! The dress! This is Anna's dress! Anna! Oh, Anna! Anna!
Sally, we found the dress. So please tell me more about Anna.
She was such a good girl. She was the most beautiful girl in town, with pretty blonde hair. Everyone around her just loved her.
On the night of the murder, was Anna at home?
Yes, I think so.
You think so?
That day, the day she died, I stayed over at a friend's place. If only I'd been here, Anna might not have gone through...
Where did you stay that night?
I was...
Aha. So, in other words, you have no idea what Anna was up to that night.
That's wrong! She wasn't the kind of girl that would walk around at night. She was always dancing under the sun. Yes, under the pouring sunshine, like this.
Zach, look. A key. It fell from Anna's dress. Maybe we can use this to get into Anna's room.
Sorry, Sally, but we're going to have to take a look in there. She was at an age that craves excitement.
You know, Zach, in this wonderful country of ours, there are no good old-fashioned towns left. None at all.
Day 1. Today is the day of the ceremony, and I'm a little nervous about it. Day 2. The first time he used it on me, it was so amazing, so exhilarating. Day 3. He doesn't let anything slip. I'm really worried about Becky. Day 4. Delivery man Q won't be able to protect Becky, so that's the last page written. It's very interesting. You can learn a lot from a diary.
So we have this unnamed he, Becky, and this delivery man Q. Zach, this could be more interesting than I thought. Speaking of 80s movies, one jewel in the rough springs to mind. Deadly Spawn. Do you remember that one, Zach?
Back in '83, directed by Douglas McCann. Right, it was filmed pretty cheap, but still it was pretty good. The monster design with the mouth crammed full of teeth, I loved it. So many delicious B-movie cliches. Did you know that they made a sequel? But I never got to see the sequel. The rental store didn't have it for some reason. They said the staff for the sequel was totally different from the original. Wonder how the sequel turned out. You know, the monster in that one responded to sound.
Wait, Zach. Sounds a lot like the movie Tremors.
I think that one was back in '89, directed by Ron Underwood. Now that was a great role for Kevin Bacon. Masterpiece.
Zach, that one had sequels like crazy. I remember there was a fourth one. I've only seen the first one, though.
Oh, I've never seen you here before. You in town to see some sights?
What's your name?
I'm Gina. Folks call me the Rose.
I'm Francis York Morgan, FBI Special Agent. I'm investigating the death of Anna Graham.
FBI? Wow, how cool. And ooh, I like that scar.
Do you have any info on Anna or any suspicious individuals?
I hate that complex stuff. Let's have a more simple conversation.
Simple.
Yeah. Do you want gas or not? Uh-huh.
Okay, Zach. I've been thinking about what movie I'd like to watch next. And finally, I've made a decision.
It's always hard to narrow it down just to one movie, but I've put a lot of thought into this, and I'm sure you'll agree with me. 1975. Directed by Steven Spielberg himself. The grandfather of panic movies. Set in a small town in Massachusetts. That movie made me stay away from the beach for years. I was always afraid that a hand might come floating up. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah? It's Jaws. The underwater camera work accompanied by that John Williams music. I'd never been that scared by a movie before. But the best thing about it is that it isn't just another panic movie. The mayor who won't close the beach even when there are so many victims. Chief Brody putting the citizens' lives above all else. The film gave a lot of time to the dispute and friction between them. It certainly had a lot of messages for a 2-hour film. That's probably another reason why it was such a record-breaking hit. One of my regrets in life is that I didn't see it at the movie theater. I guess I was still just a child back then. But still, I wanted to taste that terror in real time.
That reminds me, Zach. Did you know this one?
Jaws also appears in another movie that was produced by Spielberg, the second Back to the Future. It was directed by Robert Zemeckis, who later made Forrest Gump. That's also a masterpiece, of course, but we'll discuss that another time. So the scene where Jaws appears is right after Marty McFly goes 30 years into the future. He passes by a movie theater and is attacked by a holographic shark. Marty is shocked, of course, but looking closer, he sees the words, Jaws Part 19. The director is credited as Steven Spielberg Jr. In reality, there were actually only 4 Jaws movies. It was still a great joke. 30 years from 1985 would be 2015. We'll be there pretty soon.
I wonder what life would be like by then, Zach. FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. And you are?
Lily Ingram. My husband owns a convenience store, and we have 2 sons. I like to think that I'm just a regular wife in a regular family. Aside from the point that our sons were the first witnesses to the crime scene.
You seem pretty calm considering their involvement in such a big murder case.
You think so? I'm glad to hear that. Anyway, if I looked all bleak and gloomy, I think it would hurt our business. Agent Morgan, about that scar.
Lily, please don't call me that. Call me York if you can. People have been calling me York for a long time.
You're a silly one.
No, not at all. I'm just a regular special agent. So what were you about to say, Lily?
Huh?
About my scar?
I'm sorry. I seem to have forgotten. It's because you said something silly.
I see. Well, if you remember anything important, just let me know.
I will.
I'll probably be making use of your store during my stay here, so I'll see you from time to time.
Okay, I'll see you soon then.
So, you're the talk of the town.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. That's what everyone always calls me.
The name's Keith. A pleasure meeting you, York. Sure is a big scar. It's bigger than I thought it would be.
So, Keith, I have a couple of questions about the incident.
Huh? Sure, fire away, man.
Did you know Anna Graham?
Yeah, of course, man. Poor little Anna. She was such a nice girl. I mean, what kind of sicko would do that to her?
Well, I'm here to catch that sicko. Listen, even the smallest piece of information might be useful to me. If there's anything you noticed or want to let me know, contact me.
Okay, will do, bro. You got my cooperation, FBI.
Another thing, I'll be frequenting your store during my stay here, so I'll see you around.
Sure thing, bro. We got what you need, so drop in anytime.